Where do I begin? So the last vlog that I posted was on October 27th, and it was titled, "A random fashion designer from the internet moved into my condo." Anna Vong. That video and person have since been removed, and that's what this video is all about. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a little bit of context, a little bit of backstory here. So prior to this, my dad had lent me $50,000 to start a clothing brand. After that, I just kind of shit the bed. I was too scared to do anything. I was scared of failing. I was scared of taking any action, and thus I was stuck. When you're stuck, that's because you lack courage. And my solution to this was to bring random people into my life with little to no forethought. That being said, I just wanted to also say that, you know, we go through challenging experiences to help us grow, and everything's always working out for us, and everything happens for a reason. Now let's get into it, shall we? Okay, I'm back. I just did that for dramatic effect. So we're gonna change the name of the person in this video to Stuart. All right, so basically Stuart found me on YouTube, and then he DM'd me on Instagram like a couple months before we had actually started talking. You know, he made clothes, I made clothes. We were like, cool. So I think I mentioned this in vlog 15, but I was just in a super really depressed stage, and I didn't know what to do. And I had messaged this guy being like, yo, you wanna make clothes together? And he was like, bet. Everything seemed too coincidental. Like, for example, I had been manifesting a tall guy who skateboarded. This guy fit the bill. He also was just down to do this, and like had just moved from like somewhere he was living to somewhere else, so it was like a transition, like a couple days before I messaged him or some shit. So it was just weird, and I don't believe in coincidences. So let's review some of vlog 16 together, shall we? Stuart is driving across the entire country from California to Toronto. Right now he's in Illinois. He's been driving for days, and he's finally coming tomorrow. What? You heard that right. He was driving from California to Toronto because he was bringing all of his shit. Oh yeah, and get this. His dad was born in Canada and moved to the US when he was young. So for that reason, he was able to cross the border into Canada with an entire truck of shit. Come on, that's coincidental. The amount of shit is just appalling. This kid has enough shit as if we lived in a literal mansion.
Here's this room, just, you know, casual.
My place was so fucked. And then on top of all of that, like, let me try and get you some good footage here of like what my place fucking looked like. Look at this. It was so bad. And then on top, the part that made it the worst is that I had to unpack it 95% all by myself. I didn't get any help. And then when I did everything, I didn't get any thanks, no nothing, no acknowledgement that I even did everything, nothing.
We finally like gotten to a state of like, I'm okay living here at the moment. I don't know right now. Like my biggest issue right now, you guys know my struggle of weed that I've been going through. Now I have literally a bong. I've been smoking weed all day, every single day for the last week. And I've literally hated myself. Every part of me wants to blame him, but it's like, no, it's my fault, obviously. Yeah, so I've been fighting that demon currently of like, oh, you should be able to like just not smoke weed then. It's an everyday battle for me. The thing that was the worst is that Stuart would tell me, oh, like you should be able to just not smoke weed. Even if he's smoking weed, there's a bong in my house, like I should be fine. I should be able to have the willpower. He would always say like, well, no, I believe in you. When I want to stop smoking weed, like I just do it. He wouldn't acknowledge that weed addiction was a thing. He really just made me feel like shit.
I'm not quitting weed. I can handle smoking weed. This shit can't.
That's not what I'm saying.
This shit can't handle it.
I'm losing my fucking shit. I'm losing my shit. I'm losing my shit. The whole weed thing has just been such a fucking issue, bro. I'm a fucking addict. And I implemented a no smoking weed in the house rule yesterday. And then I fucking meditate today. Guess who goes in the bathroom and takes the bong with him? You guessed it.
Stuart. So that's all we're gonna cover for vlog 16, and I know you're probably thinking, wow, Mar, that sounds like the best time of your life. Clearly I was blaming myself for everything that was happening, and in case it isn't obvious, this relationship was extremely toxic. Love that for me. Okay, let's get into the new stuff now, vlog 17. We're gonna skip a lot of stuff, but here's the gist of it. I'm literally just including this clip so we can really just take in this fit, because I love this fit and it's not mine, so I never get to wear it again. I'm quitting weed today, for realsies. I've said I was gonna quit 100 times and I just like give up for reasons that we're just not gonna get into at the moment, you know? You know, just life. Life happens sometimes, and then life is life, really. Anyways, I need to quit smoking weed because I hate my life. I hate myself when I smoke weed. And you know, I say that a million times, but then I still do it. And you know why? Because I hate myself, okay? Okay, that's the answer. I'm gonna do stuff today. We need to make money. We're at that point. Anyways, see you later, guys. Ciao. Arrivederci. Hasta luego. Ciao. Au revoir. Okay, I don't know any other way to say goodbye. Okay, I'm gonna gonna take some time to film a little update. I don't know, I'm just gonna be completely real and honest right now with this update because why not? I don't know. No, okay, you know what? I'm not gonna be completely open and honest, but I'm gonna be as honest as I think that I want to be. I said I quit weed a million and one times, and I kept smoking weed again. It's really hard when like, so the setup right now is like desk, bong, bed. My desk. How has this gone? Well, I've kicked out Stuart a bunch of times, approximately 3 to 4 times. I've tried to get him out, and the first one was definitely within the first week of us moving in here, around the time of that bong incident from the last episode. Tried to get him out, and then, you know, I just was too weak. I couldn't do it. Well, I don't want to say it like that, but I kept being like, okay, fine. Like, I mean, the story is a lot more complex than this. I'm simplifying it a lot, but yeah. Right now, we're kind of just at a point where I just feel so defeated. I feel like I kind of just like gave up. Like I'm just like lying here for dead. Like someone just come save me. That's kind of how I feel at the moment. Like I feel like I'm just powerless. Let's try and find some lessons here that would be beneficial instead of me just rambling on about just my personal life. The biggest lesson that I've definitely learned is that like the vibration that you're at when you attract someone into your life is like what you're gonna get essentially. So like if you're like feeling really good and you're like living your best life, you know, like you're gonna get a good person come into your life. But then if you're not living your best life, you're not gonna, you know, you're not gonna get the best life. But it doesn't matter because every experience that you have is a beneficial experience for you. You know what I mean? You're gonna learn something about yourself and like about what you like. You need to experience things in your life that suck. Not saying that this sucks, not saying that this doesn't suck, but you need to experience things in your life that suck in order to realize the things that you want. Anyways, I don't know what's going on in this situation. We haven't done anything still have literally accomplished nothing, and I literally feel like I can't do anything. I feel stuck, and I feel like I need help, and I've tried to get help, but like everyone in my life right now is like busy doing other shit, so like I kind of need to handle this on my own at the moment, slash like wait until people can help me. But obviously everything's happening for a reason, everything's happening in perfect timing, so I just need to like be as positive and like happy as I possibly can be during this time. It's just an everyday struggle for me still. It's still an everyday struggle. I just want to smoke a bowl, and I quit smoking weed yesterday for real. This is what my current life is like. It's literally like I live Groundhog Day. All I know is that I need to fucking get out of this so that I can start living my life again. I know, I need him to go. 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 I just feel sick. I just need to do it now. And he hasn't been home in like 3 hours. I have no idea where the fuck he is. I want to smoke weed so fucking badly, and I want to kick him out. I'm sewing my first.
So one thing I noticed through watching all this footage was that every single time that I tried to kick him out, either that day or the day after, I would try and make something. You know, there would be some like future faking, some sort of like promises of like, oh yeah, we're gonna do stuff, and like, let's be productive now, let's make compromises, let's change. That's called manipulation, by the way.
Okay, I don't know where I am, but I need to document this. Okay, so Stuart is leaving. I don't know when, but I told him yesterday that I'm going to Mexico. I bought a flight to Mexico. I don't know what the fuck. I need to go through my footage of what I've fucking said.
Basically, I just bought a flight to Mexico at some point because I just needed to feel like I had some sort of, you know, light at the end of the tunnel.
Basically, this is not working, in case you couldn't tell from the last video. I've learned so much from this experience. I don't regret a single second of it. I mean, okay, I shouldn't say I don't regret a single second of it, but I don't regret going through with this decision. I had a great time for like half of the time. Hopefully at least half. I don't know, I guess I kind of just want to say this to people who are in relationships who are not happy. It can be really difficult to leave when you're living with somebody, and if you kick them out, then they're fucked. You know what I mean? So you kind of feel obligated to stay, or maybe not even that. Maybe you just don't want to be alone, and the feeling of having somebody is just better than being alone, but it's not. Okay, it's not. I guess now it's just a process of like rebuilding my life. Well, no, he needs to leave, and then I need to figure out what I'm doing. I have not worked for the past like 2-3 months, so I've had no money. I've literally just been spending the money that my dad gave me. I'm so sorry, Papa. I'm literally running out of that money. I've had nothing to show from it. At first, in the beginning, that was like my biggest fear, to go through this money and have nothing to show for it. And the funny thing is, I read this in a book the other day. It's like the things that you're scared of happening, if you do something, will happen if you don't do anything. So like, I'm scared of failing. If you don't do anything, then you just fail.
Okay, I'm literally just putting this in to document the first time I sewed something. I sewed a hat.
And there you have it! Pro expert sewer. Swag.
Okay, so this next clip that I'm including, I have to just preface it by saying that it makes me cringe a lot, and I really debated putting it in or not, but I'm including it because I really just wanted to show these backhanded insults. That like, you know, maybe if it happened once, that's fine, but over and over and over again, you know, they get to you.
It's not bad.
Yeah, like for your first one, it's not bad.
He's just critical. It's really good, actually.
No, I'm not being critical. I'm just saying, like, if I did that, then maybe I would retry just to, like, because I'm, like, trying to get it straight, but...
What he's actually saying is, good job, babe. You did an amazing job. I'm so proud of you.
Well, it's true. I am. But...
That's exactly what you said.
Well, it's true that of course you know that already, but...
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
How?
You know this.
How?
You know that.
That's not true, but...
Ugh. Never cool. Yeah, I've already said good job like 10 times.
Thanks, man.
Now you don't think I've ever said congratulations? Good job.
Okay. Name a hat.
Classic.
Did I mention this relationship was toxic?
Wait, because I kind of popped off. I kind of did something. Look at this hat. Sick hat.
Now, through all of this, my mental state just continuously declined, okay? I started to feel more and more powerless each and every time that I tried to get out of the situation, and then I was, reeled back into it. But I eventually escaped on December 19th. Since he wouldn't leave on his own, I literally had to hire movers, have them just randomly show up in the morning, had my dad there, and I was like, look, we're going now. So we packed up all the stuff, dropped him off at a storage locker, and that was the end. Here's me when I came home and was like, wow, I'm finally alone. I've escaped. I'm free.
I have to share this. I have to help people.
Overall, terrible experience, not gonna lie. But everything in life, we can choose how we look at it, right? So what's the opportunity here? Well, although it's something that I'm very ashamed of, I'm gonna share with you the signs and red flags of this relationship that I went through in case it helps you or somebody else recognize any other signs that you are in a relationship that you need to get the fuck out of. Instead of just talking about them, I've compiled a list. Take a screenshot or whatever. I'm also gonna put links to a 3-part video series on covert narcissism because I was unaware that that was really a thing, and now I am fully aware. So take a look, I recommend. What other opportunities? Well, now we're gonna have a pretty interesting story from here because, you know what? I have no money left and we need a miracle, okay? So tune in next week to see what we do because I have no idea. Okay, any other lessons or things that I've learned from this? I really want to get this video over with because I've been trying to edit this video for a week and it's just really difficult for me. So we're just gonna go off these lessons that I have written here. Okay, lesson number 1, failure actually has no power over you when you realize that failure isn't actually that bad. I mean, like, I've failed, technically, sort of. I mean, one could say that this would be a failure. I'm sure that could be a thing that some people would say, but it's not that bad actually. Like, I'm not dead or anything, and people treat me the same, so it's fine. Another thing, I read this quote. It's a Carl Jung quote. Something about, I'm gonna put the quote here because I don't know it right now. Until we make the unconscious conscious, will go around and live life and pretend that it's fate or something like that. I don't fucking know. But basically, that's what it was. I was like, oh my god, this is such fate that this is happening. Like, look at, I manifested this, which like I did, but like, it's also like, I manifested something shitty too. You know what I mean? It's still shitty at the end of the day. But we've learned things, we've come out stronger, yada yada yada. This is the beginning of a new story that we're gonna tell, and it's gonna be good. Okay? Let's just get this fucking video over with. Is there anything else I wrote? We learned through contrast, yeah. What I truly desire in a relationship is a lot more than just being tall. I had a big obsession with having a tall boyfriend. Like, it was an obsession for me. And then it happened, and then I realized, you know what? It's not that important when everything else sucks. But if you're tall, hit me up. I still like tall guys, so yeah, okay. This video's done. I'm ending it. See you next week. We'll go through everything again next week. I'm done. Toodles. Bye.
Oh yeah, one thing I do want to just say, for the last 2.5 months, I've been high for the better part of all of it. And so today's my first day sober. I'm not smoking weed for all of 2023, at least. This is a new chapter and I'm excited for it. Something just